I'm the CEO of Ledgerify Mint Pandey. I'd like to introduce our team. We have our Chief Product Officer, Clairol Zam Salazar, our Chief Technology Officer, Tim Perdigon, our Vice President of Engineering, also known as our Blockchain Engineer, Karunesh Makker, our Vice Presidents of Product Management, Alex Geraldino and Raziya Shaikh, our Compliance Officer, Katrina, Ysabel, Estur, and of course our CEO, Mandara Abeykoon. Ledgerify is a fintech company always looking to advance our technologies and operations to streamline our products for the convenience of our customers and get ahead of the competition in a rapidly developing world. Today, we'd like to make our case for using the blockchain and distributed ledger technology for augmenting and enhancing Know Your Customer processes. To reflect the increasingly digital world, we'll be conducting our presentation in the metaverse. And now, I'll leave it to the rest of my team.
Good day everyone, my name is Clairol and I'm the Chief Product Officer of Ledgerify.co. Today I will discuss what is the system or product about, what are the present problems and solutions for improvement. The KYC entire procedures can be costly and time-consuming to implement and manage. However, they are expected to abide by anti-money laundering and KYC regulations. These expenditures have soared quickly and will continue to do so as KYC systems become more complex and penalties for non-compliance become severe. The significant concern here is that most companies' KYC protocols are notoriously inefficient, outdated, and slow. They are usually paper-based, require an amount of manual input, and frequently result in employees' effort getting replicated both within and between enterprises. Other challenges include constantly evolving regulations, a lack of global standards, frequent interactions from financial institutions, unreliable KYC requirements from firms within the same country or sometimes even the same area. The fundamentals of a KYC plan are pretty straightforward, but customers, financial firms, and industry leaders' KYC experience have grown unjustifiably tricky. Our innovative solution, based on distributed ledger technology, reduces the expenses of primary KYC verification for financial institutions while significantly improving the client experience. It also enables organizations to share KYC data with other financial services firms and authorities cost-effectively and fully automated. DLT can also be used to detect and prevent duplication of work, and as a result, this technology allows us increased efficiency, cost benefits, better customer experience, and transparency throughout the customer onboarding process. Later, our VP of Product Management, Alex, will explain the critical aspects of our business to provide a better and clear understanding. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening.
Hi everyone, I am Timothy Perdigon, the Chief Technology Officer of Ledgerify.co. So, the question is, why use a DLT architecture to facilitate KYC instead of centralized ledgers? Well, DLT will enable the creation of a chronological, decentralized, and interbank ledger that financial institutions can have access to when granted permission to do so by their customers. This is the complete opposite of centralized services that are opaque and do not give customers full control over their own data. Because of these properties, there are little to no trade-offs when it comes to security, privacy, and transparency. Number 1, security is not compromised. There will be shared responsibility and incentive for all parties involved to maintain the ledger honestly, since every action of every party is recorded on the ledger. Number 2, privacy is respected. Customers only do KYC once and only reveal their information to financial institutions they wish to work with, and no one else. Number 3, transparency in case of a conflict. DLTs are immutable ledgers, making them tamper-proof under the correct circumstances. This will allow anyone to verify if any party has been acting maliciously. This greatly improves the experience for all parties, as there's little time wasted when it comes to KYC processes, making it a positive-sum environment. Businesses and clients alike can focus their resources on their core businesses instead. Next, we'll have Karunesh to explain the DLT concept in more detail.
Hello everyone, Now that you have heard about our distributed ledger technology, it's time that I, Karunesh Makker, the VP of Engineering, tell you the concept behind it. To understand DLT better, let us first define what blockchain is. You can think of blockchain as a set of physical blocks of the information held together by a chain in sequential order. Blockchains store information across the network of personal computers, making them not just decentralized but distributed. This means no central company or person owns the system, yet everyone can use it and help run it. It's difficult for any one person to take down the network or corrupt it. The people who run the system use their computers to hold bundles of records submitted by others known as blocks. In a chronological chain, the blockchain uses a form of math called cryptography to ensure the records can be changed by anyone else. You have probably heard of the blockchain's first killer applications, a form of digital cash called Bitcoin, that you can send it to anyone, even a complete stranger. Bitcoin is different from credit cards, PayPal, or any other ways to send money because there isn't a bank or a financial middleman involved. Instead, people from all over the world help move their digital money by validating others' Bitcoin transactions with their personal computers, earning a small fee in the process. Bitcoin uses the blockchain by tracking records of ownership over digital cash. Once you combine a bunch of blocks in the chain, you will get DLT. Distributed ledger technology is a digital system for recording the transaction of assets in which the transaction and their details are recorded in multiple places. There are various consensus mechanisms, but they all serve the same purpose: to ensure accurate and honest records. There are three types of consensus mechanisms. First is proof of work. In a proof of work system, transaction data is stored in blocks, validated by having people solve a complicated math problem attached to it. This is typically done by powerful computers and is known as mining. A reward is the form of cryptocurrency is issued to the first miner who cracks the problem. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum use proof of work mechanism. Second, we have proof of stake. Here, the creator of new block, also known as the validator, is randomly chosen based on how much stake or investment they commit to the network. The higher the stake placed, the higher the chance to be selected as a validator. Blockchain protocols like Cardano and EOS adapt proof of stake consensus. Last is the proof of authority. In a modified form of proof of stake, here only approved parties selected based on their reputation can become validators. Revisit the treasure hunt scenario. Based on their level of trustworthiness, a select of few are appointed by the group to ensure the validity of chest content. IBM's Hyperledger Fabric and Ethereum's Covant testnet are some of the examples of the blockchain system that use proof of authority. Thank you, and now I would like to call Alex to take it further.
Hi, I'm Alex Geraldino. Now let us give you a high-level understanding of steps of how DLT can help KYC augmentation. Step 1. The user builds a profile on the KYC augmentation DLT system. Financial institutions deploy blockchain-based KYC platform, which the user completes as one-time setup using their identity documents. Once uploaded, the data becomes accessible to the institutions for verification purposes. There are multiple options when it comes to storing users' data: a centralized, encrypted server, on financial institutions' private server, and DLT platform. Step 2. User performs transaction with financial institution. When the user performs a transaction with financial institution, they give them the right to access the user's profile. That institution then verifies the KYC data and saves a copy of the data on their server. Next, they upload a hash function on the DLT platform. Finally, financial institution transfers KYC digital copies to the user's profile embedded with the hash function, which matches the hash function uploaded on the DLT system. Now, if the KYC is altered, the hash function of the KYC data will not match the one posted on the DLT platform, alerting the other financial institutions on the blockchain of such change.
Hi, my name is Raziya and I shall be discussing the product management part. And the step 3 for it, that is the user performs a transaction with other financial institutions. So when other financial institution asks the user to perform the KYC, the user grants access to their user profile. The original financial institution then reviews the KYC data with the hash function uploaded. If the two match, both financial institutions would know that the KYC is the same as received. If the hash functions do not match, other financial institutions would have to validate KYC documents manually. However, what happens when the user obtains a new passport or driver's license and their original document in the DLT user profile changes? So in such cases, financial institutes leverage smart contracts to update their system when the user provides new documents automatically. Here the user submits the new document to the original financial institution, which then broadcasts the change across the blockchain, accessible to other institutions or business participants. Here the user submits the new document. So the benefits of this KYC augmentation can be seen in data quality. All data alterations are tracked and monitored in real time. Then lower turnaround time, as through KYC blockchain software solution, institutions or businesses get direct access to the data, which saves data gathering and processing time. And last, it's a reduced manual labor because KYC on blockchain eliminates paperwork from the process. And next we have Ms. K of our legal and security teams to discuss our compliance.
Hi everyone, I'm Katrina Ysabel, Estur, the head of the legal and security team of Legerify.co. As part of the project KYC augmentation, I together with my team have conducted an internal review on the potential risks we may face when this product goes live in our systems. This was done to bring awareness to the possible issues this new DLT technology might have and what we can do to mitigate them so we can make an informed decision. In terms of policies and procedures, we must ensure that the new technology complies with PIPEDA, GDPR, and other privacy legislation. Purposes of data collection should be well defined to get a valid consent. Moreover, we must be transparent to our customers who are the authorized parties who may have access to their information and include this in our privacy policies. We will also have to understand that some customers may be discouraged from using this new technology due to its complexity or basically unfamiliarity with it, and we may potentially lose some with this sentiment. This is one of the risks we may have to accept and mitigate by making sure we thoroughly explain the benefits of the new DLT system and making our policies more comprehensible. Additionally, we also need to have new security features built to support blockchain technology, especially if we will consider making it a public blockchain in the near future. Hackers may still exploit the anonymity feature and find creative ways to intercept the system and capture our data, such as 51% attack incidents. Although this is highly unlikely to happen, Legerify.co will still need to have risk management process in place to handle the occurrence of such scenarios. Blockchain can also have endpoint vulnerabilities, and we need to emphasize to the customers the importance of protecting their keys. In the same manner, Legerify.co should always encrypt data throughout its usage and life cycle within our systems and across different platforms we have. If this new KYC process is approved, the legal and security team will immediately work on the mentioned documents and conduct risk assessments as part of the initial phase of work. Thank you for listening. Mandara, our CEO, will...
Thank you, Katrina. So, having listened to my colleagues explain about the DLT concept and a product, I think it really boils down to one question. That is, why we should bother with DLT and why should we jump on this DLT wagon? And I can give you the answer in one simple sentence. That is, DLT is a disruptive technology, which means that DLT has the real potential to improve security of our products through reduced fraud and ensure there's proper trust in our product through transparency, and there are lower